Life can be absolutely miserable when you're trying to heal your gut from conditions like SIBO, Candida, leaky gut, Crohn's, colitis, IBS, and you can't eat your favorite foods. This right here is a raspberry croissant from Paris. The taste buds in my mouth are watering right now just looking at this picture. But right here in this picture is like the holy trinity of evil in the holistic community. There's wheat, which is biblically approved in the Bible. There is sugar, and then there is dairy. There is butter. That's like kind of the four main ingredients. And then there's salt. Oh my God. Like all sorts of terrible things. This is going to send you straight to the grave. Did you know that the way that they discovered the first vitamin, vitamin A, which isn't beta carotene, which is actually retinol, the fat soluble form, they discovered it by giving rats skim milk versus whole milk. And they noticed that the rats that, had the whole milk, they were a lot healthier. And they decided that, oh, wow, there's something in the cream that, makes these rats super healthy. And they eventually, cut it up and looked at it under a microscope, and they finally discovered retinol. That is why we are, as a species, are so drawn, just not just humans, but animals in general, especially mammals. Think about mammals means we grew up off the mammary glands of the animal. It's our first favorite food. That is why butter just evolutionarily and instinctually tastes good, because it's jam-packed of vitamin A, vitamin D, essential fatty acids, and all sorts of good things. But it's like our very first food that we're ever exposed to if you're a mammal. It keeps you alive. It's like the first thing that kept you alive when you came out of the womb was milk and cream and butter. Cream and butter are a part of milk. That is why it sings to us when we see stuff like this. Wheat, like I did not react to wheat at all, not once. Wheat is delicious until I read this psycho book that just totally changed my belief systems about wheat. But then later on, like literally overnight, and then I read a different book about how sourdough bread's okay, and then I could eat sourdough bread without issues. And then I learned the basics of German New Medicine, which was, these discoveries were made by Dr. Hammer. I really can't show the book here. And essentially, he started to notice that people would come into his clinic, with cancer and serious illnesses like Crohn's and colitis, and it always started after a traumatic event. And he would actually look at their brain CT scans, and he would always find rings in the same part of the brain if they had Crohn's or if they had colitis, or, every disease had a specific part in the brain where it was controlled from. So, avoiding your favorite foods is not going to heal your gut. It's actually going to make things worse. It's going to destroy your social life. I had no social life. Nobody wanted to be around me because I was such a weirdo. Oh, yeah. Did you know this and that about gluten? And then all my friends would look back at me and go, cool, you're on a gluten-free diet and you still look like crap. Why is it that I don't have any symptoms and you do, and you're still on that, and you are just torturing yourself with that boring diet? I had some pretty honest friends. And, I couldn't hear it. But they were right. Now, I'm not saying stress alone causes gut issues. It's a very specific traumatic event that hits your brain like a lightning bolt. And then your subconscious mind has to make a split-second decision. This is a life or death situation. What organ do we need to put into overdrive to help our body survive this event? And, based off of your past experiences, and it decided that, oh, he's having a hard time digesting something. All right, let's give him bloating, gas, and constipation. Oh, you're having trouble getting rid of crap? Okay, let's give you diarrhea, colitis, stuff like that. The gut will actually develop extra gut cells to aid the digestion and absorption process. where this turns into a bad situation is when there's a lot of subconscious PTSD triggers reminding you of that event and just keeps putting your gut in and out of overdrive. And what makes this much worse is when you demonize the Holy Trinity of food sense and, like, literally, what can you eat? If you can't have wheat, what can you eat? You literally can't eat anything. You can't go out and eat anything. Okay, you can't have dairy, you can't have butter. What, like, okay, now you can't eat anything. Now you really can't eat anything. Oh, you can't have sugar? Okay, what is there is a reason. I don't know why the health community equates suffering with health. You do not have to suffer. You don't have to torture your poor little taste buds to be healthy. You don't have to do it. You might have to torture your taste buds a little bit to look like Brad Pitt or, Chris Hemsworth. But to be healthy and to be function like a normal person, you don't have to go on these crazy diets. You deserve to be able to eat normal foods again. And now the way that I help people, rewire not just their conscious, but their subconscious brain around this traumatic event, I do this with my 13-day protocol. And it's probably not going to show up with that, but it builds this belief system to make it insane. You might right now think that it's insane to eat wheat. It's insane. Even though I'm Christian and 100 times in the Bible it says wheat's fine to eat. And then another 50 times it says, oh, what about the glyphosate? And then another 50 times it says, if you truly believe, then, you could drink poison and you'll be fine. What were you told? What did you experience to make this the devil? I'm in this free webinar, I'm going to show you evidence to make it crazy to believe that this could ever do you any harm. And if it is exactly what's going on, it's the mind. I know peas, green peas. I know they're a super nutritious food, but I hate the taste of them. And when I eat them, I physically vomit. Like I literally can't help it, just because of the taste. Actually, I like pea soup. Pea soup's actually really good. I actually love a good pea soup. But your beliefs are controlling your reactions to this food. And now there was subconscious beliefs created that when you experience a certain stimuli that, oh no, this traumatic thing's going to happen to us. We need to put our gut into overdrive in order to overcome it. It's totally subconscious. It's a very dangerous situation that your brain thinks it's in. It doesn't have time for you to logically think about it. Put your gut into overdrive and gives you symptoms. But go on my bio link and I share all the details with you in much, much more detail. So you can eat your favorite foods again. Eat your favorite foods again with friends and family. The holidays are coming up. You deserve to share good food with your friends and family.